The lights inside the SSE Arena in Belfast shimmer like a living pulse, growing brighter with every passing second as fans flood into the stands, waving flags, beating drums, and chanting the name of a man they once believed unstoppable. Carl Frampton, the pride of Northern Ireland, walks toward this moment with the weight of expectation pressing against his shoulders. Months away from the sport, a new trainer in his corner, a chapter of reinvention unfolding beneath the buzz of anticipation. Everything about this night feels like a test of destiny rather than a simple fight. Across from him, preparing silently in the opposite dressing room, stands Horacio Garcia of Mexico, a warrior molded in the iron tradition of Mexican boxing. He didn't come for applause or spectacle. He came to spoil a hero's return. He came to fight. As the fighters begin their ring walks, the roar grows until it rattles the camera lenses and vibrates through the canvas. Garcia enters with the calm expression of a man accustomed to battlefields. Frampton enters to a sound so deafening it shakes the arena, a wall of noise fueled by pride, memory, and hope. The bell has yet to ring, but already the story feels electric, charged with the tension of two contrasting paths colliding, one seeking redemption, the other chasing opportunity. When they meet center ring for final instructions, their expressions say everything. This will not be easy. This will not be gentle. This will not be routine. And as the referee steps back, the arena falls into a tense, breathless silence. Right before the opening bell ignites 10 rounds that will test skill, heart, pressure, pride, and the very essence of both men's fighting spirits. The first round crackles with nervous electricity as Carl Frampton steps forward lightly, bouncing on his toes, reading distance with the sharp instincts of a seasoned champion. Garcia marches ahead with that familiar Mexican rhythm, slow, steady, relentless. But immediately, he finds himself met by a sharper blade. Frampton snaps a jab off the line, pivots, fires a clean right hand that draws a rippling reaction from the crowd. It's a statement, a reminder that even after months out, his timing remains intact. Garcia absorbs the shot without a blink, but there's no denying the accuracy behind it. Moments later, Frampton threads a beautiful left hook through the guard, landing with a precision that surprises even Garcia. The Belfast crowd rises at every crisp connection, their voices swelling into a living force behind their returning hero. In round 2, the rhythm continues. Frampton slices upward with a stunning left uppercut, one of the round's defining punches, thrown from distance with technique so clean, it momentarily freezes Garcia's advance. Yet the Mexican doesn't back off. He trudges forward, chin tucked, searching for body shots, trying to drag the fight into deeper, rougher waters. Frampton, however, keeps the bout in his world. Quick feet, darting entries, and pinpoint accuracy. Round 3 sees the first hint of tension. Garcia begins landing heavier blows, digging to the body, forcing Frampton backward for brief moments. But Carl responds with crisp bursts, 3-punch combinations, and single shots that pop like camera flashes across the darkened arena. Though Frampton still controls the fight, Garcia's forward pressure begins to carve itself into the story, signaling that his resilience is no myth. As the third round ends, the crowd cheers loudly, but beneath the sound lies a whisper of warning. This Mexican challenger is here to stay. Then comes round 4, and everything changes. Garcia steps in with a pace sharper than before, the kind of pressure that forces Frampton backward and demands immediate answers. He digs a right hand into Carl's ribs, follows it with a thudding left hook to the body, and suddenly the map of the fight redraws itself. Frampton's movement slows, his guard compresses, and Garcia begins to land with the confidence of a man who knows he has found an opening. The Belfast crowd, so loud moments ago, falls into a tense murmur as the Mexican fighter marches forward like a charging engine. Frampton ties him up briefly, trying to halt the momentum, but Garcia bursts free each time, throwing hooks in bunches. For much of the round, Carl is on the receiving end, absorbing heavy pressure, retreating toward the ropes, fighting to regain the rhythm he once held so easily. It is Garcia's round, and decisively so. Round 5 opens with a more focused Frampton, who tries to reassert control using movement and precision. He pots the jab circles, lands clean counters, beautiful shots that remind the crowd of his championship pedigree. But Garcia, unshaken, continues to apply pressure, ripping the body every time he closes the distance. He lands a stiff right that snaps Frampton's head back, a punch that earns a collective gasp. Still, Carl answers with sharp eye-catching combinations. The two styles collide like fire and steel, Frampton's finesse against Garcia's firestorm. Round 6 becomes a rugged, grueling battle. Garcia imposes himself with uppercuts, hooks, and body attacks that dig deeper each time. Frampton tries to match intensity, but finds himself drawn into exchanges favoring the Mexican's rugged style. A small cut appears near Carl's eye, a tiny but ominous reminder of the damage accumulating. As the round ends, it's clear. Garcia isn't slowing down. He's rising. Round 7 begins with careful footwork from Frampton, but danger lurks beneath every exchange. Then, in a moment that shocks the crowd, Frampton steps, loses his footing, and goes down. The arena gasps. The referee steps in. Knockdown. Frampton rises instantly, shaking his head, protesting, knowing full well no punch landed. But the ruling stands, and psychology shifts instantly. Garcia sees the opening and charges like a man possessed. He storms forward, throwing hooks, uppercuts, and body shots in relentless waves, trying to turn that slip into a real turning point. Frampton fires back bravely, refusing to give space, but Garcia owns the round. An unexpected 10-8 frame flips pressure onto Carl's shoulders and injects fresh belief into the Mexican corner. Round 8 becomes a tug-of-war of pride and survival. Garcia begins fast once more, hammering Carl's ribs, forcing him into corners. Frampton digs deep and answers with counters, sharp rights, clever hooks, and moments of brilliance. But for every clean shot he lands, Garcia responds with physicality and raw toughness. It's a round fought not with distance or strategy, but sheer courage. Round 9 erupts with chaos. Early in the frame, Frampton slips again, another scare, but this time the referee waves it off as nothing more than an accident. Still, Garcia continues pressing with bruising determination. He lands thudding body shots that echo across the arena and forces Carl into another series of brutal exchanges. Yet Frampton shows why he's a former world champion, landing a monster right hand that shakes Garcia's head back. The crowd roars, both men refuse to break, and the round ends as a pure, unfiltered firefight. Through 9 rounds, one truth shines. This is no tune-up. This is a war. As the bell rings for the 10th and final round, the SSE arena rises to its feet in full voice, sensing the tension, the urgency, the razor-thin stakes. Frampton, knowing the slip knockdown has tightened everything, begins the round with renewed purpose, stepping forward behind stiff jabs and clean right hands that land with precision. But Garcia, fueled by Mexican pride and the knowledge that he's turned this fight into a battleground, refuses to take a backward step. He drives forward, pounding the body, lifting uppercuts, throwing every ounce of himself into these final minutes. The roar of Belfast mixes with shouts in Spanish from Garcia's corner, a symphony of encouragement, pushing both men to empty their tanks. Frampton lands the cleaner shots, crisp hooks, clever counters, moments of brilliance that spark loud explosions from the crowd. Garcia responds with the heavier, more grinding punches that speak of toughness, grit, and refusal. The final seconds become a pure exchange of heart. Both fighters standing toe-to-toe, firing, refusing to give ground. The bell rings. The arena erupts, not only in celebration of their hero, but in respect for the Mexican warrior who came to win. The decision looms, tension hanging thick as fog. The announcer steps forward, reading the cards with a dramatic pause that grips every soul in the building. After 10 rounds, all judges score the contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. A heartbeat of silence. That's all from Belfast, Northern Ireland. The arena explodes. Frampton raises his hands, victorious yet humbled. Garcia stands tall, earning every ounce of respect from the fans who expected an easy night. It was not easy. It was not gentle. It was a war carved in 10 rounds, a testament to heart, will, and the beautiful brutality of boxing.